lesson, we're going to go over some ways to modify the fonts. So if you look at the screen, we are in the Home tab. You have a font group, and we're going to go over styles. Styles becomes more important when we learn how to modify them. But in the beginning, I want you to realize there are styles here, and there are different types of styles. If you'll notice, there's a down arrow by the styles group. If you click that, it gives you more choices. Anytime you see a down arrow by any tool, that means you have more choices available to you, and you need to click that to make sure you're finding what you're supposed to find. First thing I want to review is screen tips. Whenever you mouse over anything on Word, you get a screen tip. The screen tips are there to help make sure you are making the correct choices. If you're not sure exactly which tool you're looking for or color you're looking for, you can mouse over it and it'll tell you exactly what it is. Screen tips are very important for making the correct choices. It will even give you a shortcut key, because if you look, this is the shortcut, and it'll tell you what that tool does. If there is a shortcut key for it, it'll tell you, but it'll tell you what the tool does. So it's important you use your screen tips. Now remember, to choose text, you can left click and highlight by moving your mouse over it. And there, I'm going up to styles. And because this is the title of my document, I'm going to choose the title style. It already has something in place. Even though I've chosen a style, I can still make modifications to the text if I want to change the color. I can still change the color. I can still change the size. So just because you're using a title doesn't mean you can't edit later. Remember, holding your control key down and selecting the text you want will let you choose multiple text on a document without choosing everything in between. You can also use that and choose a style to make everything you want the same style. To change the font size, you have numbers here. You have the choice to use the down arrow, find the number you want, or you can simply type it in. Be careful if you type it in, because it is easy to accidentally delete the text. Remember, up here you have an undo button. It will undo your last actions. So if you accidentally delete something doesn't look right, you have the option of undoing it. Remember, you can change font size. There are two ways to change it. You can go up here, click the down arrow by the font, and change it, or you can just type in what you want. So that would be how you change font size. You can apply the bold. Again, do you notice when I highlight, I get this little bar up here? That's your mini toolbar. So when you highlight, that little bar that appears as your mini toolbar. We will use it, but right now I'm going up to the font group. There's your bold. Remember, the screen tip will tell you the shortcut key if you want to use a shortcut, which would be Control B, or you can just click it. It will apply the font change you want. Again, italics is right next to bold. Click it to apply the text. Now changing case becomes, if you look here, there's a big A, little a. Click the down arrow. These are some of your case changes. Sentence case just makes it so the first letter in each sentence is capitalized. Lowercase changes everything to lowercase, even if you have capitals. Uppercase changes everything to uppercase. See how all my letters became capitals? Capitalize each word will capitalize the letter, first letter of each word. And toggle case reverses what you have. It means anything you've capitalized will now be lowercase, and anything that was lowercase will now be capitalized. So we're going to leave this uppercase. So you change the case by going to where the A, capital A, little a is. And notice how my screen tip said change case. Now I'm going to take a moment to go back into review, because sometimes you want to see the whole thing. Sometimes you need to zoom in. Remember, you can always type in here how much you want to zoom. If I tell it 150, it'll zoom it out that big so you can actually see what's going on. Font type. If you choose your words, if you notice here, there are all kinds of font types. There are theme fonts, everything you want. You can change your font type by clicking the down arrow by the name of the font and scrolling through it. But also know, because there are lots of different fonts, if you go to change the font when it's highlighted, you can also type in what you are looking for, and it'll bring you to anything, the first few letters. So you can type in, if it's giving you a specific font, when that's highlighted, you can type it in. And it'll change